So, you have some new content for me? Yes, sir, I do. It's based on this dystopian graphic novel called The Electric State. No, sounds like reading. Oh, no, don't worry. I figure we just basically grab the general aesthetic and make a Marvel movie out of it. Oh, I like the sound of that. Besides, who knows better than us how to put together a story? Nobody that I've ever been able to fully pay attention to. So tell me about this thing. Well, I'm thinking Chris Pratt and Millie Bobby Brown. She has a lot of followers on Instagram. She sure does. So many big numbers. Amazing. But I did mean tell me about the story. Oh, okay. Well, this takes place in the 1990s after a big robot war. There wasn't a robot war in the 90s. No, but like what if there had been one? Oh my god! So anyway, robots rise up because humans don't want them to have rights or live lives because they're objects or whatever. Whatever. And the robots were kicking human butts for a while because robots don't need to eat or sleep, but humans do. Right, we do need to do that. Yeah, and in fact, we're gonna have this badass line from Chris Pratt's soldier character where he's like, these bots, they don't need to eat, sleep, or blink. I blink. That's okay, I guess that's badass. Doesn't blinking mean to show weakness in a standoff, though? Yeah, so badass. But then this big company called Center, they make this thing called the Neurocaster. What does that do? It's this mind upload software that lets humans control drones, so that gives them the edge and they win the war. What did that change about humans needing to sleep and eat? Hey, shut up. So then Bill Clinton signs a treaty with a robot, Mr. Peanut, to put all these robots in an exclusion zone. If their whole thing was that they didn't think the robots were alive, why didn't they just turn them off? So the movie can happen. Got it. So anyway, a couple of years later, everybody's wearing these Neurocasters recreationally and the world sucks and Millie's family's dead. Not fun. But one day this frickin' robot Cosmo shows up and he can only speak to her in pre-recorded lines from this old Cosmo TV show. Oh, kind of like Bumblebee and Transformers with the radio stations? Yeah, when movies are successful, you can just kind of take things from them and put them in your movie. That's how we make many of our movies. I know, right? So this robot, turns out, contains the consciousness of her dead brother. Oh. So he's like not actually totally dead, so they need to find his body, and Chris Pratt's gonna help out along the way. And what's his deal? Well, he's Chris Pratt. You're damn right he is. And Chris Pratt has a robot friend named Herman who can be voiced by whichever MCU actor is available and interested. It truly does not matter who voices this character. Love that. So they're gonna have this funny back and forth where Chris Pratt is like, did you unplug my refrigerator? And Herman's like, yeah, I need it to charge. So the robots don't need to eat or sleep, but they do need to recharge? How was that an advantage? Hey, shut up again. So Chris Pratt agrees to help Millie Bobby Brown because they're being chased by this robot killing colonel. Of popcorn? No, of an army person. Even scarier. So they gotta go into the exclusion zone, which is super dangerous and tough to get into. So how do they get in? They go into it. Good strategy. Glad that paid off. And they meet Mr. Peanut and a bunch of other fun, hopefully merchandisable robots, as well as this human doctor they were looking for. A human doctor? What's his deal? Well, his name is Dr. Exposition or something. I don't care. He's gonna explain everything to them. Such as? Well, it turns out Millie's brother was very smart, so Center realized they could create the Neurocaster technology by keeping this kid in a coma and using his very smart brain. One kid is powering the whole world's drone technology? That's what we're going with, just a real smart kid's brain. Well, okay then. And so this doctor helped the evil CEO skate. He didn't know how to skate. No, his name is Skate. Evil sporting goods are tight. Anyway, this doctor guy hooked up Millie's brother to this system, but he doesn't want to be evil anymore, so he helps robots. Sure, okay. So the good guys ask Mr. Peanut for help, and he's like, I would never help a human. I'm Mr. Peanut, and I'm mad at humans. Sounds like this Peanut's got a pretty firm stance. For sure. But then he sees Millie Bobby Brown and her robot brother watching a robot cartoon, and he's like, you know what? I'm in. Oh, wow, that was quite the 180. Movies have the power to change people, sir. For example, you and I will be much richer after this one. Wow, that's a beautiful sentiment. Anyway, so back to this dystopian world where people can't stop staring at screens. Right, the one you're writing? So that freaking colonel shows up with an army and destroys the robot's home and kills a bunch of them, and they take the brother back to Center. Oh no. So now the good guys decide they need to go unplug the brother, and that'll take down the whole system, so they go attack. Very exciting. Super exciting, because these are all characters that we've gotten to know and we care about. We do? Well, not us personally, and maybe not the audience, but somebody out there maybe. That works for me. So there's gonna be a big old fight between the robots and these spellcaster drone soldiers, and the robots each have their own unique fighting style, so that's fun. Oh, they do. So now Millie Bobby Millie has to get her brother out of the system. Oh boy. So she actually plugs in and goes to talk to him, and he's like, yeah, you gotta kill me. And she's like, I don't wanna, but he's like, do it. And she's like, okay. I mean, if this kid is the key to all the technology at Center, it's gonna be tough to disconnect him. Actually, it's gonna be super easy. Barely an inconvenience. Oh, really? Yeah, there are these 3 glowing buttons next to his body, and if you press them, he dies. Oh. Yeah, so she presses those big buttons and saves the day. Well, great. Really great. So then we get to witness the triumphant moment where Chris Pratt jumps alone in front of a green screen shouting, we won, yay, we won. Now that's cinema. I want to spend $320 million on this. Seriously, you want this to be one of the most expensive movies ever made? I do. Okay, I gotta ask, how do you keep doing stuff like this? Well, let's just say I got a couple of tricks up my sleeve. Hi, this is Ryan George from The Thing You Just Watched. Please enjoy this slideshow from The Thing You Just Watched.